Analysis: U.S. retail investors pile lower back into options as meme stock mania flares. New York speculative alternatives trading is at the upward push once more amongst character investors alongside a rally in so-called meme shares, reviving a trend that swept Wall Street closing year but faded as markets became unstable in 2022. Trading in single inventory alternatives, a famous automobile for retail buyers looking to location-leveraged bets in hopes of outsized profits, has shot higher in current weeks, with 10-day common each-day buying and selling volume at a marathon 6-month high of nearly 25 million contracts, Trade Alert information confirmed. Graphic: Single inventory alternatives. The rise in alternatives buying and selling comes amid wild rallies inside the shares of groups famous with retail investors, led by Bed Bath & Beyond, whose inventory is up approximately 360% this month. More pro-meme stock names such as GameStop (NYSE), GME, and AMC Entertainment (NYSE, AMC) have surged as well, growing 19% and 47% respectively month-to-date. The S&P 500 is up 3.5% so far in August and has rallied almost 17% from its June lows. It's clear that person investors are re-engaged in alternatives trading, said Steve Sosnick, chief strategist at Interactive Brokers, Nasdaq, IBKR. Certainly a disproportionate amount of the boom is in surprisingly speculative names, meme shares and the like. Shares of many smaller or much less profitable organizations had been hit difficult within the first one-half of the year, while issues over surging inflation and a hawkish Federal Reserve dried up hazard appetite and dealt the S&P 500 its worst first one-half loss for the reason that 1970. The latest pickup in alternatives trading is one signal that threat urge for food among retail buyers may be returning, despite the fact that volumes are nonetheless down some 24% from a peak hit final November. On Wednesday, Bed Bath & Beyond, Nasdaq, BBBY, become the second most actively traded single stock name with 1.4 million options contracts changing arms, topping market behemoths which include Tesla, Nasdaq, TSLA, and Amazon.com, Nasdaq, AMZN. The consciousness on Bed Bath & Beyond grew after a regulatory filing showed on August 16 that activist investor and GameStop chairman Ryan Cohen took a huge bullish alternatives positions in the retailer's stocks. Bed Bath & Beyond shares closed up nearly 12% on Wednesday, however fell sharply in after-hours buying and selling, after a late submitting showed RC Ventures, owned by Using Cohen, filed a notice with the U.S. SEC for the proposed sale of 9.45 million shares, including options. Other shares popular with retail buyers have additionally drawn accelerated hobby in current weeks, although not to the identical volume. AMC daily options quantity, as an example, stands at about 64,000 contracts month-to-date, up 60% from the average for the rest of the year. The upward thrust in retail alternatives buying and selling has been observed by way of multiplied engagement in social media structures in which meme shares are discussed, in step with facts from VandaTrack, some other sign that character investors are growing bolder. Still, many marketplace watchers have been skeptical of the rallies, noting that beyond rebounds in meme stocks have fizzled, especially a run in the first half of the year that became observed by way of new lows in broader markets. It's the dog days of summer season and we've had a little bit of easing of volatility, said Garrett DeSimone, head quant at Option Metrics. I would not say it's miles a complete change in danger aversion. Dan Pipitone, chief government of retail brokerage TradeZero, stated that a surge in name buying is regularly regarded as a contrarian sign that factors to a near-term top in markets. Much depends on whether the jump that has taken broader markets higher begins to vanish, stated Sosnick, of Interactive Brokers. If we start to go down in a significant manner, specifically if we retest the lows, that would mean the greed would revert to fear, he said.